the Celtic Craft Studio. I'm Terry, and as promised, I am going to do a process video showing you how I put together this ring binder featuring the Tim Holtz correspondence papers. I have always wanted to do a postal themed journal, and this is it. Here we are. So I got the 8x8 pad. You can use the 12x12. You're going to cut down the pieces anyway. But I'm using the 8x8 correspondence pad. And the ring binder I got through Amazon. It is 5.25 by 7.50. And it has a nice little magnet closure. And what it had in it was a calendar and this divider. So I took out the papers and I used this for my page template. The pages are 4 by 6.75, and basically I just traced around it. And what's really important is that you trace the holes so that the holes are in the right place. And then I put the pages in. Now the pages will vary on what you're going to put in to your journal, because it starts to get fatter and fatter, as you know, as you go. So you need to be flexible. Some may have more pages, others may have less, depending on what you put in there. But what we're going to do today is show you some of the ephemera. I'm not going to show you all of it. We're going to kind of do bit by bit throughout the coming weeks. And you may have seen some of my ephemera thanks to Gail Augustinelli. Thank you, Gail. So I'm going to show you some of the same things that she's shown you before. I've got some little books in an envelope. I've got the slot cards that we can put some ephemera in. This is my new little creation. I created a little booklet 4x4 that's going to hold some things, which we will go over. But what we are going to create today is this page here. This is actually 2 pages, and what I did was I took the journal insert concept and I turned it into something that would work in the ring binder. And most of you have seen the journal inserts because you have gone on my Etsy site to purchase them. This is one that's in the making, so I've got loose bits in it. But this is the concept. It's one piece of paper. We've got a strip over here. You add all kinds of cutesy little things in it. And then when you close it, you can see the lady on the next page. So what I decided to do was take this idea and create something a little different for the ring binder. So what we have here is 2 pages. We have this page and then the page that goes on top of it. Okay, so that's what we're going to make today. So let me put this aside. Oh, I should show you this too. This is my journal cover. Not crazy about it. It's not growing on me yet, but it's a process. As you know, things kind of evolve and change as you go. I think this needs more on it. I'm just not sure what. So we'll be working on this in the next few weeks as well. But let's look at this page first. All right, so what I did was I started with the back page and I found a photo strip that I liked. And what I try to focus on is this picture that you're actually going to see. I took the page template that I showed you, and then I created a pocket, which I put on top, and then I inked around it. Now, I know everybody has feelings about inking. Either you don't like it or you do like it. I'm one of those, I'll ink some things, but not necessarily all things. I am of the Tim Holtz school of thought, you do you. And I think that's important because these are your creations. This is your creativity. You're going to do things different than somebody else does. But you need to do what you're comfortable with and what you enjoy. So I'm inking things in this. Unless it looks too grungy, I'll ink it. All right, so I liked this strip. Now, I thought they needed to be trimmed down because I thought the edges were a little much. So let me trim down the edges. You get this cute girl at the top. She's a cutie. All right, trimming down the edges. And once again, I'm going to ink. You can do it or not. And not only am I going to ink around the edges, but I'm going to ink this part in between. Okay, and then I'm going to stick this in. I want her to be level with the top. Now, because of where I put the pocket, there will be a little edge over here, but that's fine. We've worked that out in our design. It's very important when you're coming up with some new ideas that you kind of try it out. Trial and error. All right, so let me glue this into place. I tried it the other way where I put the glue on and slid it in, but that's a mess. And you don't really need to do that. So I pulled it back and put my glue in here. Now, my glue of choice, once again, this is kind of up to you and what you're comfortable with. My glue of choice is the 3-in-1 glue or Fabri-Tac because it dries fast, it is flexible, it just causes me less grief. So that's the one I use, but you do you. If you prefer a glue stick, for glue sticks, I go with the Oohoo glue stick. And for heavier objects that are maybe card weight fabric, probably this cover, I will use the Tim Holtz collage medium. Once again, whatever works for you. So here we have the back page. Now we're ready to put the page on the top. Okay. So what I did was I took a strip, same size as the card here. It's about 1 inch, I would say. And then I punched the holes. I created another strip, same size, and I tore it down the edge here so that it lines up like that. And then I went and inked everything. And then once again, this is optional. Some people like the sewing, some people don't like the sewing. I like to sew. It's just one more detail. And as Tim says, it's all in the details that I like. It's I don't know, kind of a homemade look. I like that. So I sewed down a couple times, created a little zigzag, and it fits right on there. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take tags in varying sizes and shapes and put them on here. I think I'm going to have the red one at the bottom. I want the stitching to show, so I am not going to pull it, and I know it hangs over, but once we've glued everything, I can trim that off. All right, and I think I'm going to put this one, my strings are getting in the way. I think I'm going to put this one at the top like that. I think, once again, important to figure out your layout before you commit. Don't commit until you know what you want to do. All right, I found that ticket. I thought that was interesting. So we'll do that. And then we'll do that one, I think. All right, so try not to bore you with all the inking. I'll make it quick. And then glue these down. The red one's probably not as important as the off-white ones. And the salvage tags kind of look antique-ish anyway, so you're just adding to the charm here. All right. So we will start with the top, I think. And let's move this so we don't mess it up. Figure out where you want it. Lay it on there. Okay, I want to leave a little space. Once again, it may hang over, but we will trim it. And I'm going to put a little glue on the top here. And don't put the glue over the hole. You do not want your glue oozing out. I do my best not to have glue showing everywhere. And line it up. Make sure your strings aren't glued in there. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the red one on. All right, now I'm going to put the back page back on here so I can make sure the next piece is in the right place. And I might take a clip. It's my sewing clip. But they work kind of nice for this too. All right, line the holes up. Make sure your holes are lined up. And I'm going to clip that. Whoop, lost it. Clip it while it dries. And then I'm going to add this one, making sure I can still see the people. All right, you don't want to get it too far forward. One, it's not going to be on your edge here. And I think I want to, because of the shape of this, I think I want to see his face too. So let's put the glue along the edge. We're dribbling out, but we will use that to our advantage. All right, and we stop the dribbling by putting the cap back on. If you're paying attention, Terry. Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to scooch this up just a little. I've got some glue on my finger, which I will put down on there. Yes, I used my mouth. Sometimes it's just easier. All right. And we're going to put this one on. And this one I'm going to line up with the bottom of the picture. My red one moved. Make sure you get them all back into place. All right, and I like straight. I do not like crooked, so. All right. Drive you bonkers at times, but here, let me get one of these because I lost my other clip. And we are going to attach that so it can dry. Okay. Meanwhile, you can be thinking about what you want to put on the front. Also, we want to create a pocket. See over here, I have a pocket where I have placed some things. You'll also see that when you turn it over, you've probably got some words, some letters that are upside down, and then you try to get creative. If it's under the pocket, like this is, see, that's upside down, but it's okay because that's our pocket. And we are going to put things in it. I also try to be very careful that I don't come up into this space because we do not want to be covering the person's face. All right? Make sense? I hope so. All right, so because this is 3-in-1, it dries pretty quick. So I'm going to turn it over and see, there it is. We've got some upside down things. I'm going to put a pocket here. What should I use for a pocket? You can either use a tag, or sometimes I have these little scraps that you can use, but I don't think that doesn't really go. So I don't think I'm going to do that. As you've seen, I like to use slides. We've got a slide there. We could use a slide in here. And it does fit. It does fit. All right. Well, maybe I'm doing that. All right. So I think I'm going to all my holes removed. Yes. All right. Let me ink that up a bit. Some of this correspondence paper is definitely a little white for me. So, and then let's glue this shut. Not too much. We don't want it oozing out. I've had to learn that the hard way. And I'm not even, well, maybe I will. Gotta be careful because you don't want this. Also, you gotta be careful of your strings. I got a string, so let's move it. All right, close it up. Once again, I don't want to cover up the thread. And I think I am going to create this like a pocket, but I'm going to do it on 3 sides. No, not 3 sides, 2 sides. I'll do it on 2 sides and leave that open. So to me, this is the fun part of crafting, is working out things like this. And, you know, I know Tim Holtz paper is expensive, so I'm not going to say, oh, you know, it's just paper, because Tim Holtz paper is not just paper. But there are times when you're just using paper and you have to keep everything into perspective. And usually, if you've made an error, there is a way to fix it. Whether it be taking it off, covering it up, there are ways to fix it. So don't feel like you've totally ruined the project if you have to take it off. All right, so I've created a pocket. We'll let that dry. I don't want to show it to you and get, once again, I'll use my clip. I don't suppose I can see the orange one. Hang on. Oh, yes, there it is. And there's the top of my head. You saw my gray hair. Okay. So here we go. See? Oh, yeah. And I like using paper dolls. Once again, some people like paper dolls. Some people do not like paper dolls. I've had people tell me they do not want me to put paper dolls in their journals because they think they're creepy. So I don't think they're creepy. I think some might be creepy, but I try to use the cute ones. So here we have a girl sitting down, kind of like her. Or we can do the girl standing up. Oh man, decisions. You know, I kind of like the one standing up a little more. I do. And you're probably screaming at me because I do the same thing all the time. I watch these guys do their videos. I watch Gail. I watch Rachel. No, don't do that. Do the other one. So, you feel free to do that. I understand. I'm hoping I have a new appreciation for these gals because this video stuff is not easy. But I decided maybe it was time. I had a lot of people ask me to do some videos. So I'm giving it a go. I am not a professional, but I will give it a go. See what happens. All right. Now, do I have it here? Oh, I do. You'll notice when you watch me, and I'm not nervous. I'm a shaky person. I have what they call essential tremor disorder. So sometimes it's a little hard to hold my hand still, so don't be surprised when I shake. But I find that this helps. I find that this helps get things down without being out of control. So use your tools. Good tools are a good thing to have. And I leave that hanging there so I can find it. All right, so we've got her on there. I like that. What do you think? You like that too? Okay, we need a couple things. Maybe something down here, something up there. Of course, we need to be putting some stuff in here. Once again, let's see what we have on the back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. We could find... you'll see that I also do this. I have a little tray, and when I start a project, here, I'll move my tray over here so you can see. Hopefully you can see. I put all the little, I go through, I find all the things that are in the right colors. In this case, we're looking at reds and blues. And things that are made out of the same paper. So I have them all here at my fingertips, should I need something. But do I always find what I need? No, I do not. Oh, there's this cute little thing. But I think that's going to get in the way. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, and it's too long, so you can't do that. Sorry, Terri, you can't do that. Oh, here's a card with some, we could put that on the front, maybe. Oh, I like that. All right, do I want it over the hole? Do I want it over her feet? Or do I want it on the top? And you can trim things down. Don't be afraid to trim things down. Although that fits perfectly. Oh my, that fits perfectly. All right, now the question is, I think it needs something like a paper clip or one of these little bulldog clips. Okay, we're going to go with the bulldog clip for now, but you know, you can change your mind. It's okay if you change your mind. Wow, I'm having trouble getting that guy on there. He doesn't want to open very far. There. All right. And that, when I use bulldog clips, I kind of like that because you can add something else. And we may do that, add something else. To me, it's like when I would leave the house and I had jewelry on. And sometimes it was a little much, and my mother would say, do you think that's a little much? So take something off. You can overdo it, don't overdo it. You could take something off. All right, so as you see, we're going to need to trim it, which we will go ahead and do. Get our holes lined up. Hold it tight. Get your scissors and trim. All right. Oh, I like that. I like that even more after I trimmed it. Don't ask me why. All right. Oh, I like that up there. That is good. Oh, yeah. All right. So we need something here. And over here, we're going to need something in the pocket, and we need something up there. But see, to me, even though you still see things are upside down, your eye's going to be distracted once you find things to put in the pocket. Pictures. Let's see what I've got for pictures. I love to watch Marley Designs. I don't know if you've ever watched her, but she was one of the Tim Holtz makers. I don't know. Are they still makers or not? I think they retired, the makers. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay if you correct me, but be nice. Be nice. All right. Anywho, Marley, if you go on her Etsy page, has some gorgeous designs. And she has a Postal kit, which I purchased, and I love it. And she had some pictures in there that I love too. So I think we might use a picture or two. There's a woman. And if she's going to hang over, you can trim her. Although she looks okay. That might be where we want the paper clip. We shall see. All right, am I going to be able to stick? Somehow I lost my palette knife. Don't ask me how. I'm one of those people, you know, it does get a little chaotic when I'm creating, but I try to pick up after myself when I am done because I do not work well in chaos. Oh no, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I do think we need a paper clip though. Let's try it and see. My teeny little paper clips. Love these things. You don't have to just use them on Tim Holtz things. You can use them on anything. All right, I like that. And then I think we need something sticking out from the side. Let's see. Maybe something blue. we can find anything appropriate. I need to find something for the top too. These are actually purple. Here's a blue. We have to cut it down. It's too big. Here's a blue card like that. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That might be nice there. And what I'll probably do, because this is how I work, I'll probably go ahead after we make the basic design. We'll probably come back and add more, because that's usually how it happens. I usually make things, get it all together in the journal, and then I go back and I see details that I need to add. So don't ever feel like it's finished even though you think it's finished. All right, let's try. I like this. I definitely like this. So we could put that as our thing that goes across, maybe. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe it's not gonna fit. Or do I want it up there? Because you see, I can see places that need stamped. I won't do that right now. I see places that could use some rub-ons. Sometimes I'll come across little things that I think, oh, that'll look nice. So don't be afraid to walk around. Don't feel like you have to finish the whole thing. You know, walk away, think about it. There have been a lot of times when I've had things come to mind. Oh, I like this. I don't know. Maybe. And when you're not sure, when you don't want to commit, I have big paper clips that I put on here. And we'll think about it. Obviously, we're going to have some tags and things in here, which we'll do toward the end too. So, but that gives you an idea, okay? That gives you an idea. I think I'm going to put something else here. Haven't decided what yet. I don't think I need any more people. So I don't think it's going to be a people thing. And then on this side, you can do envelopes. Do I have an envelope close by? Here's an envelope with, and I do a contrasting color. This is red, so I'd probably find something blue to put on the back. So you could have a blue pocket, you could have a blue slot. Oh, yeah, there's a blue slot card. Do something like that. And it's kind of blank up here, so I would probably glue the 3 sides and not only put things here, but probably put a tag up here. Once again, something that we will work on later. Or you could do an envelope and have things sticking out of the envelope. So we'll think about that, things to work on in the future. Like I say, we're going to work on different journals. Not only are we doing the ring binder, but we'll probably do a regular journal so you can see how I do those. We'll probably do traveler's notebooks. I have document journals. I've done all sorts of journal projects. So, we'll try some different things. And then one day we may just do ephemera to add into journals. I have a lot of ephemera ideas that I have put into my Etsy shop. And once again, I want to thank Gail for showing some of the ephemera that I've done. It's really helped to build my business, and I really appreciate Gail. Let me tell you, Gail is the one who, oh, and I should show you this. Yes, Gail likes to tell people that I've met her. And there's the pin, the Gail Augustinelli Fan Club. Yes, it sits up here where I can smile. I'm now knocking things down. Where I can smile and remember when I met Gail. But she's the one that inspired me. When I started this in about 2018, I was struggling with some health issues, which you may hear about later on in the process. But I needed something to keep my mind off of everything that was going on in my life. And so I started watching Gail. And she was making these journals, and I thought, wow, that is cool. I've always been a crafter, always done different crafts, whether it be painting. I did toll painting for a while and made jewelry, and I make a lot of the jewelry that I wear. So I've always been a crafty person. And so when I say let's get crafty, I mean it, because I can't help but, look at things and wonder what craft we can make from it. But Gail inspired me to try a journal. So in 2018 I did. I started my Etsy shop, and the rest is history. So thank you, Gail. I really appreciate the support that you've given me over the years. I just thank you so much. You'll never know how much it really means to me to have you and your support, to have you as a friend. So thank you. I think we're going to end this here, but I'll be back and we'll play some more and do some more fun things. Meanwhile, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you will know when I've uploaded a new video. And please feel free to leave comments, but please be nice. My mother taught me, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. But I want to hear from you, so make it nice. And constructive criticism, nice criticism is always welcome. So, until the next time, take care of yourselves. This is Terri, signing off.